Hello everyone. So in the new passenger cars, I got the Rivarossi ones. There was one of the passenger cars that the truck. In fact, it's this one. It's, as you can see, it's kind of off like that. You see. So when it rides on the rail, it's sort of kind of off. See. So if it would go on a turn, it would end up just derailing because it's this off sort of looking like this. Trying to mirror it. This, like I said, this is the axles, and so this is what it looks like. That's not really good when going around curves. So we've got this car. This is the Southern Pacific Combine. Now, as I was looking, I had one of the, I think it's Walthers. I don't remember, but and it may be, but a different company. But you can kind of see there's sort of Rivarossi engraving. Sorry, sunlight. I'm trying to sort of. I don't know how well it's picking up on the camera. Sort of right here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. My camera quality is not good on my phone. But anyways, so this is Rivarossi. Now, so I'll put that there. So I took the truck or bogie. Not that one. This one. This is off of this Great Northern car. Now, when I said that they probably sold the mold, I mean they're like, this is a combine, but this is just a normal coach. I mean they're identical to a certain extent. So I believe this is just just someone else's um, uh, casting of one of Rivarossi's model, and I don't have a Rivarossi coach to prove that with this, but I have a small hint that that's what happened. But I don't know what company this is. I had just gotten this out of the box. In fact, the person who gave it to me just handed me the car like this, and yeah, so basically, once again, I'm not running Great Northern. I don't plan to. Maybe just kind of whatever. So what I plan on doing, and what I ended up doing, was I unscrewed sort of they've got these little screws at the bottom. I'll show you on this side. You've got this little screw that holds in the truck. So I just unscrewed one of the bogies because once again, they're practically identical to each other. Only this one is all crooked, and this one isn't. So yeah, they're almost identical, except this one's a little bit darker, and this one has a little bit of a matte sort of. Has more of a matte sort of gray finish than this sort of really shiny black. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera. Yeah, the light probably doesn't help. But anyways, so I'm gonna take this one, and I don't really care about sort of the trucks. I think it kind of gives it a little bit more character. That it's sort of a little bit mismatched. So I'm simply just going to screw this truck in here. And I'll probably go and try and find these trucks online or something, just so I have some spares. And yeah, so there we go. Yep, got a little bit more free movement, I think. Yeah. Yep, so we'll put that on like that. I haven't got my re-railer with me, but yeah. So it doesn't got, oh, I say that, now I'm gonna check. Yeah, so it does not look like the wheels are off balance, which is what I needed. And I'll probably just throw this, probably actually just screw it back onto the Great Northern. And what probably will end up happening is I will forget that it's on here and then realize that I must have done something, maybe even, sort of maybe when handling it or whatever, and realize, oh, I've got to get some more these trucks. And I plan on getting the dimensions for all these cars, and then probably end up 3D printing them. I don't know if that is that tech. I don't know if that's technically. I guess because I'm not selling them, that means it would technically be legal, but I didn't know if it was copyrighted or whatever. But sort of these prints, but I'm probably gonna try and get the dimensions for this and put it into CAD, and once I get the money for a 3D printer. Yeah, so I'll print one of these out probably, and then get some metal weights, and should be fine. And I think probably I could probably even get them lit too. But yeah, so now I'm gonna take this UP car off and scoot that up to this SP train. You can kind of see that. I don't know. Yeah, so we've got that UP locomotive. I just took it down from its shelf. That UP locomotive kind of carrying the SP Southern Pacifics. And yeah, so that would be sort of like an express train. And like I said, probably what would end up happening is how they would get mail is they would use, here's something I was just sort of not even realizing. With these cars, some of the finer details, I didn't really actually realize it, but sort of over here, yeah, you can see, they have the arms to go out and to grab the mail. So while they're still running, they can swing these out, and it will hook onto the mail, and then they can bring it in and then sort it, generally in the mail car. But what I planned is this would be going over much longer distances, probably. And so what they'd end up doing is they would take it from this car and then put it in probably either one of the two combine cars, which I was going to basically get these cars so that they had this spot here and then also mail sorting here, so that they can sort all the mail from here, put it in their bags or whatever, and then when they had to drop it off, they could move it back to this car and drop it off. And there'd be baggage or larger things that they can put in those cars, and then also that's just the normal sort of baggage car, which I'm probably going to get some more of these. Have to try and find them. But yeah, so I've sort of gotten a Southern Pacific, I guess, express mail. Yeah, hopefully I can build a train that is Union Pacific, and then I can have my Union Pacific Express, and probably get some mounts on the wall too, so I can just kind of put the trains up there. But yeah, so sort of me, I guess, doing my first really fixing one of my models. So yeah, Thank you for viewing, I guess. Leave a like if you want. I don't really care. Comment, whatever. That's all, folks.